I know the way. Nothing can hold me back. Mess with the bull and you get the milk.
Hey guys, this is Matt with Sanguine Entertainment. We've got 5 to Games members playing together with voice today. And I'm going to be showing you a more serious and educational commentary focused video featuring Alistar top. Alistar's a good choice for when you're lacking tankiness and crowd control on your team, which will happen pretty often. All the runes I'm running are pure armor with magic per level glyphs, tanky masteries with Grasp of the Undying, but any of the tank keystones are good for Alistar in different ways. It's going to be hard to CS with Alistar, but even without being fed, your CC is all equally effective regardless of your items, so you can still bring utility to your team even when behind. Alistar is difficult to gank with his innate tankiness and CC mitigation, and he can gank other lanes with his own CC, and it becomes more and more relevant in team fights the longer the game runs. Some parts, especially early on, will seem somewhat choppy, but that's because I've cut parts out that were either too self-explanatory, too boring to watch, or just didn't sound as good because I recorded while I was a little under the weather. Grab a drink, sit back, learn, and enjoy. So as you can see here, this is where Alistar really shines. You just do this. I would get another stun here, but his passive comes up right before I auto, and it blocks my stun. But doesn't matter, we get the free kill. I get an assist, he gets a kill, and you'll see I'm behind by CS right now. There's 2 guys in this game that I haven't played with a whole lot, the Zyra and the Kha'Zix, and at first when I was picking them, they were cool with it, but they were kind of cracking up and laughing. They were like, Alistar top, like, what is this nonsense? But I mean, you can just see here, just the minion wave alone that I shoved. Pantheon's like down to no health. I haven't really even done anything. I like to go Ban Me Cinder first because it's going to help you push and get that farm and pull pressure. So you can see here I jump in, I'm diving in, and I almost get the kill. I probably could have kept going through and got that, but I didn't feel like risking it. And I'm playing pretty passive right now because I don't quite have my first item. Right here I could easily WQ in and dive for a kill, but I don't do that. I let him back and I let him go ahead and use his teleport because I want to keep him top lane. I don't want him going somewhere else. I don't want him TPing mid and killing someone and then ulting bot and all that. So instead I walk over to the jungle because I figured he should be around, and I'm basically I'm just here to mess him up. I don't really intend to do a ton, but I see Kha'Zix coming over, so I'm like, you know what? I might as well bait this out. And so they don't know Kha'Zix is here this whole time. I chase in to pull Pantheon's vision. Boom. He knocks himself right into Kha'Zix. Easiest kill ever. We go in. We get attacked by mid. I thought he killed the Pantheon here. I didn't realize that he didn't. So Pantheon ends up getting 2 kills here. But it's not really a big deal because he still can't fight me. Even with those 2 kills, it's not going to matter. The amount of armor I have is just outclassing him. One thing that a lot of people don't like is I don't take flash a lot of the time, especially on tanky champions. And I feel like flash is more of a reactionary spell. If you're good at positioning and getting into position ahead of time, like right now I'm positioning for what's going to be a kill, you don't need flash as much. You can make flashy plays with it, but I don't think it's as necessary. So here, you come from behind tower with Alistar like this, boom, boom, freest kill ever. Your laners will love you for this. Your jungler's gonna love it because, now he didn't have to worry about going mid. He can go top, he can go bot. Bot shoved up, like crazy, so, the jungler should be there. I don't know why he's here right now, like on the top side, but I mean, maybe he's trying to get me because I'm putting so much pressure. I don't really know what his thought process is. And choosing your target's important here too. I don't keep chasing the heck of him. I basically say, let's go after the Pantheon. He flashes. I say, let's back out. We're all in voice chat, all 5 of us, which helps. And so I'm like, hey, we got the flash. That's all we need. I joke with the Kha'Zix about taking my farm, although it's completely fine. He's the damage. I don't care if he takes farm. You know, I joke. I was like, hey man, I'm Alistar. I need all of the farm. It's super important for me. But it's not. So you come up behind Pantheon here. Once they do this, once they stay at the tower, they've made a mistake. Because you're not going to let them be under tower. You just throw them out. I can tank, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6 tower shots with no problem at all. Kha'Zix just gets the freest kill ever. He gets to farm, shove on the turret. I was going to shove and I was like, hey, ping this Pantheon. Free kill again. So I guess the Pantheon sees me where I'm going because of the path he takes is weird. But that's completely fine. I mean, the fact that he cannot fight. And then I troll here. I want the kill. And so I'm making it harder. But yeah, I end up getting the kill. Because I want to go ahead and get the Swifties because I don't like how slow I am. And being faster than the Pantheon is going to be very helpful. You notice the Pantheon took Black Cleaver. That's smart, especially since I have so much armor, but it's really not going to matter. I have too much armor, and in the sustained auto attack thing, he's not going to be able to beat me. But yeah, this is where I decided, I was like, they're going to go for Dragon with how many people we have down. And I'm basically telling Shark, like, hey, I'm going to get in there. You know what you're doing on Zed. Like, we'll be able to make this work. And so we immediately see the Hecarim, so I go in. I was like, pull him off the Dragon. They get the Dragon, but they're going to get killed for a lot of it. He pulls back. I try to save him from the Panth, but Tristana explosion kills him. But yeah, I think we end up trading more favorably on kills here. No, the Kha'Zix goes in and gets outplayed again, which is unfortunate. But yeah, it would have been good if we just backed off, or if he didn't get caught by the CC here. But yeah, he gets basically destroyed, and I wasn't able to get close enough to headbutt or anything. Zara just gets deleted. Nothing we could really do. I didn't expect the attack to come from behind. So I just zone here for Varus to take tower. And I'm basically just... like, it started off as peeling, but then I was like, well, if he's going to go in, you know, I got to stay and keep doing things. But, yeah, basically just peeling here. Just making sure my team doesn't die if I can help it. And then we have Zed just jump in and just delete people. And I'm like, alright, well, we've got enough stuff that just happened now that I can go fully in. And we can make this happen. Here, I played this wrong. What I should have done is gone, like, just immediately turned around and walked through the Pantheon. The tower does far more damage than Pantheon ever could. And so yeah, I just played that terribly. If I would have just walked, letting the Pantheon attack me, I could have easily... or if just sat there and autoed him, one of my teammates could have come. But yeah, I didn't do that. So yeah, our assassins are fed that it's really hard for them to do anything. That was cool. Synchronized jump. Boom. I have to do an instant replay of that. But yeah, I mean, really think about playing Alistar top. I really don't see why people don't think it's good. I mean, maybe people don't think it's... maybe people think it's fine. But so many of my games, I pick Alistar top, and they're like, oh, troll pick, oh, we're going to lose, all this stuff. But, you know, if you're taking like a Nautilus top, it's kind of the same thing. Alistar is just a little different. And I think Alistar's better, actually. If your goal is to be CC, and CC for your jungler to get fed off a top lane, and to late game just be a tanky CC monster, I think Alistar does a better job of that than Nautilus. And the reason is because, one, I think Alistar is a little bit tankier. Not by much, Nautilus is pretty tanky, but I think you're a little bit tankier. And I think that your immediate CC that can't be mitigated, like your knockup, is more immediate than Nautilus. And so you can jump in and knock up everybody, basically like a Malphite. Whereas Nautilus can do that too, but it's while it's traveling towards you, the team can avoid it and all of that. But the biggest thing I think that sets Alistar apart from everyone else, like say if they have a Nautilus, matter of fact, I have a game where that happens. If they have a Nautilus and we have Alistar, if he stuns me, I ult immediately in the stun, and then I can jump in on his team. If I stun him, he can't do that. And you can't really end a pop-up. Like, even CC, like, doesn't end a pop-up. You can Quicksilver Sash out of a pop-up and then flash immediately. That works, but, and you can actually do some really cool stuff with these pop-up plants if you do that. Because you can like flash while you're in the air and it confuses the crap out of people. But it's not really useful to Quicksilver Sash at pop-up unless you're at like Faker level reaction plays. And I think it's, when you play this game, you shouldn't be focusing on Faker style plays. You shouldn't be focusing on reactions. Reactions are, if you're in the position where you have to react, you've probably already made a mistake. That's why warding and positioning and things like that are so important. So you'll see me do this a lot. I'll position way ahead of the team, and I'm basically just zoning for the turret. You know, if I think there's a potential to engage, I'll do that. But mostly, my thought process is just, you know, make sure we get the turret. Here I see Tristana super low. I don't realize she has heal. And so I'm like, oh, I can get that. I'm going in. And no, she didn't have heal. She gets healed by the Nami that came out of nowhere. But the shark attack comes in, heals by killing. So he gets the free kill, and I get to get out. So this is definitely worth for us because we got the turret. We have that bot lane pushed, and they're not there. Still just pushing. And he gets me out, and yeah, the Hecarim, I guess, just stops chasing because he's like, I'm not going to get this Alistar, there's no point. And I have Warmogs at this point too, so I didn't even need to use that plant. I probably could have just kept walking and been completely fine because I was healing up. I mean, I'm half health here by the time I'm back. But, you know, I think there's items I want to buy. Probably a Banshee's Veil. I think that's what I get this game. Or I'm building towards it. I go Banshee's Veil over Spirit Visage just because I don't like taking Spirit Visage whenever I can't control the healing totally. So I mean, it would be nice, but a lot of the time I'll proc my heal when I'm already full health, so I'm not getting as much benefit from it. And whereas the Banshee's Veil kind of is like, rather than doubling down on my passive healing, I'm doubling down on my ult's ability to mitigate CC. Because I already have Warmog, so I mean, I don't really need Spirit Visage on top of Warmogs, to be honest. So here, just like, you know, Alistar being able to peel like that hard off our ADC, like there's nothing they can do when they're headbutted away like that. And so yeah, this is kind of funny here. I said, hey, I'm going to dive this turret. I don't know if anyone's actually there, but I'm diving. And I was like, yep, yeah, I'm just diving nobody. There's no one here. So I just walked right through. The idea is if there's someone there, I don't want them to sit at the turret. If they do sit at the turret, I'm going to headbutt them back into my team. So you see, I just do it again here. I just walk in like, you know, basically just to zone. I go ahead, you know, do what I can. I want to enable, I'm not going to be able to damage the turret, but I can basically be the one who makes sure the turret gets gotten. You know, I sit here and just mitigate as much as I can. Yeah, Shark tries to turn an R there, does not happen. He types a lot, hey, I can't R. True story, can't R, bro. Cannot R. So, yeah, I just kind of weave in and out. I see that he's going for my team there, so I just try to peel as much as I can. End up getting a free kill for it. Here the Pantheon Shark was like, oh, he juked you so hard. He doesn't juke. I'm just running ahead of him to make sure he can't run where he actually needs to. So he runs back, and it looks like he's running away for a while, but like there's no way he's going to actually get away because we're faster than him. Even just me, I could have chased him down and killed him solo, but yeah, there's no way to. Again, just let your team take the tower, you dive in, go deep, you want to keep the enemy occupied. Your whole role as someone like Alistar is to disrupt. You know, it's kind of hard to stop a Hecarim charging in with home guards out of nowhere. Not much I can do about that. But here, I basically just tell him, hey, run. But, you know, he wants to fight. He wants to fight, and I'm like, hey, just run. We're fine. Just run. Just run. He zonias, and I was like, well, you're dead at that point. I can't do anything if you aren't moving. But ultimately, it's worth it, because here comes our assassins. You know, just coming in, just going to wreck shop, clean up all these kills. You know, there's nothing they can really do. You know, basically, if you notice how all the team fights this game go, it's basically back and forth cleanup. Their team will clean up kills, our team will clean up kills. But the difference is, we're taking objectives during that time because I put so much CC. Here, I don't have a whole lot of choice because we don't have any auto attack based people to take this. So when that happens, I just go for it myself. I don't see a reason to be fighting over there. I want to get the inhibitor. It's more important than keeping Kha'Zix alive. Like I said, clean up back and forth, no big deal. You know, I jump in. I can solo their APC if I really wanted to. You know, they just have to run. You know, they can run, they can get away. That's the reason why Alistar can't really get a ton of kills, is because you know, people just get away from me. I'm thinking about trying a version where I run move quints. I'm running pure armor this one, but you know, I might be tanky enough that I can get away without the armor quints, and I can go move quints, and then I can be a little more aggressive and kill focus. But that kind of goes against, you know, the whole point of this build. That would be just kind of like a variation. You know, I play Garen a lot, and basically, you know, my mind's just thinking, how can I turn Alistar into Garen? You know, just a fast AoE damage dealing thing that never dies. But ultimately, Alistar is the type of thing you would pick to absolutely counter something like Garen. You know, Garen relies solely on running into your team and doesn't have a lot that he can outplay something like a headbutt. You headbutt him away, and then you pop him up when he tries to come back in again. He's never going to be able to kill as he needs to. You know, you can't run in an ult if there's an Alistar there. At least if they know what they're doing at all. So, I mean, 3-2 and 16. Respectable score. Here I'm TPing. I'm returning the favor for Shark. He saved me, so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to come in and save you. I use Ghost, so there's no way they're actually not going to get away. This is why I think move quints might be useful. Just because, you know, ghosting allows me to follow up and get kills. So I figure, you know, maybe move quints will have a similar effect. But and that's part of why I like to take Ghost instead of Flash, is because aside from flashing over walls, Flash is less useful. It's a longer cooldown. You get less actual distance out of it. And, you know, any pro will tell you if you're going to flash away to survive, you need to flash immediately. Unless you're dodging a specific skill shot or something. Like, you should be flashing immediately. You shouldn't be waiting to flash in the last second. And so, using those same principles, you can just use Ghost. And, you know, it's like you're like flashing the whole time, basically. You're just constantly getting more and more distance away. And the thing is, ghosting immediately doesn't really matter because you've got the free movement. Sorry, not the free. You've got the free like short cooldown. So, anyways, that's that game, guys. Feel free to join our club, subscribe, all that good stuff. We're DGMZ on League of Legends. We've got a Discord, which I'm sure DG will plug down below and all that. So, yeah, come check us out. Come play with us sometime. We do all kinds of crazy shenanigans, and you know, send me your build. Send me, hey, what do you want me to play? What's something you think might be cool or useful that I didn't do that you'd like to see me do? All right, peace.